Welcome, everyone, to the Sacred Feminine Rising podcast. I am here with my beautiful co-host and co-guide, Sam Hopkins, and I am Sharon Cusack. And we are spreading the news as far as the Sacred Feminine Rising, not just the news, because news goes into the thinking mind. We are spreading the magnetism of the limitlessness of who you are as the Sacred Feminine.
Say that again,
limitlessness. Hey, everybody out there, say limitlessness. Sam, let me hear you say that word.
Limitlessness.
Ooh.
Oh, I did quite well.
Yeah, say it 3 times out.
Limitlessness. I did it. So Sharon's come up with that and I'm like, how can you do that to me? Anyway, we knew this would be a bit bloopery and we're going to go with it. And welcome to our podcast, feeling and the magnetism of what sacred feminine and how we can walk that path and live that path every day.
Absolutely. And what is it to be sacred feminine? To be walking within the femininity of what it is that we truly are, as far as how we were born into this body that has the ability to carry life, that spark of energy that is limitlessness. And that those limits are placed onto us by this invisible cage that we've placed around us that has prevented us from living that true magnetism of what it is that we are. And the sacred feminine virtues are virtues of kindness, compassion, empathy, sympathy, love, nurturing, all those beautiful virtues that have been suppressed throughout the ages. And all of these programs that have prevented us from truly living that beautiful sacred being that we are. And it doesn't mean that we need to have children in order to be able to rise up within those feminine qualities and those feminine virtues, is that we have the ability to carry that life within our sacred home.
Which makes us very, very powerful. And I think that's something that's been really dampened down. And those virtues as well was having them for myself first and treating myself with kindness and empathy. It automatically filters out to others, because as women, as mothers, as nurturing beings, we've been programmed to give it to everyone and then run on empty. So I think for me, the sacred feminine rising is myself first and learning how to truly love myself to then enable me to be full, which it's been a journey.
Well, it is a journey, and when we walk the path and take the focus away from others and bring it back to ourselves and within this life force energy, which is our womb, and that is our life force energy, and that life force energy has been attacked sexually, it's been attacked spiritually, it's been attacked physically. I mean, this isn't a feminist movement. No, this is a movement to recapture those divine virtues and that energy that is who we truly are as divine feminine beings, as sacred feminine beings. And this cosmic energy, we hear all about ascension energies and all these cosmic energies that are flowing within the universe. It is part of the rise of the divine feminine, the rise of the sacred feminine. And we've put together beautiful, absolutely amazing retreat that we just held here in Bacalar, Mexico. And we completed this on April 23rd with this wonderful group of sacred beings, these beautiful women that came in and they trusted within our energetic field. And the reason, we just did an interview with wonderful Monica, and she captured or connected to our energy. And that is what brought her to us. And when we can connect to the magnetism of who we truly are, then we can have synchronicity, and then things flow the way they really truly need to flow. And it's the cosmic energy of the divine feminine.
But we need to be in a space where we can do that for ourselves first, and then that magnetism just spreads out, and without all of the self-love work and the peeling away of layers and all of the amazing practices that we do as practitioners, it's about an uncovering and an unveiling of who you truly are. And then once you're comfortable and in your power with that, then the magic just happens, which is amazing. And that was our first retreat together.
Yes.
And there are many more to come. And this podcast that we're starting, we're going to be bringing in amazing, sacred goddess, female gorgeousness to interview, and we're going to be bringing in experts within their fields through all different types of modalities. But we will also be bringing in the sacred masculine, right? We've spoke a lot about this.
Yeah.
And one thing that I've really recognized is stepping into your sacred feminine allows the masculine to step into their sacred masculine. It is down to us. We are the powerful beings in this as women, and we have to be in our power before they can step into theirs. And I just want to touch on another thing that happened. We had a cacao ceremony at our last retreat on the and for me, right at the end, and I'm trying to do this without being emotional, but if it comes, it's fine. I can feel it already. I had a moment of a really powerful masculine force coming in the room, and I felt it in my back. And I was like, whoa, what is that? And it took me a minute, and it was throughout the whole ceremony. I was like, that's really interesting. I don't quite know what that is. But at the end, our two beautiful soul sisters, Lulu and Luli, were singing, and their voices together brought together masculine and feminine in such a sacred way. And it was my sacred masculine energy being allowed into me. And I now have this support in my back, which just blew my heart wide open in my sacred feminine. So this is the sort of energies that you can achieve within yourself. And then once that all unfolds and happens, it's an interesting ride, even more.
And you never know when these moments are going to take place, and the only way that you can truly have these types of moments is when you're open and present in this space of being. That is your power, this present moment. The power is the present, and the present is the gift. And the gift that Sam gave to herself is that she opened herself up to these divine beings. It's not a joke. One woman's name was Lulu, and the other woman's name is Luli. And it's not a joke. And it's really amazing because they're so special, and they've known each other for 7 years and connected in such a sacred way, and their energy and their vibration that allowed this door to open during this most sacred ceremony, which is the cacao ceremony. And that was on the full moon, the 4th moon cycle in April. And all of this energy, based on the fact that Sam was able to love herself enough to allow herself to go to that place of peace and contentment, and that so connected feeling of opening up that cosmic energy and allowing whatever it is to come in and whatever it is to explode out. It all comes to love.
It was amazing. It really does. And do you know what I think as well? Because this retreat was really, really interesting for both of us in terms of what we had to step into and walk through for ourselves, and really step into our power to be able to deliver this level of release for others. And actually, by stepping into that, I just stepped more into my feminine goddess power. And that's how this was all, and it accumulated in that last day. It was magical. But every woman in that room, including the facilitators of the ceremony, there was tears everywhere, but it was just absolutely stunning. It was really powerful feminine rising.
Absolutely was. And what's really interesting is that I didn't have the masculine come in. I had something else come into place, which had to do with our explant journey. And that's also, there will be a module within the sacred feminine rising. And that's modules, I feel, or podcasts.
There's going to be lots of podcasts on that. There is an element of our explant journey within the sacred feminine rising. However, there will be more to come, because we've got a lot to share.
Oh yes, we do. Absolutely.
Do you want to touch on what happened in the ceremony for you, or do you want to save that for another day?
Well, I'll save that. However, I went to another cacao ceremony 2 days later, and the masculine came into play, and he came in a physicality perspective as well as an emotional perspective, because I had a real clearing. We were in a situation, it wasn't just women, it was men and women. So it was the masculine and the feminine that were dancing a dance to honor the rise of the sacred feminine within the lunar, and within the full moon. And it was also cacao ceremony. So the cacao ceremony is in honor of the feminine cacao, Mother Earth, and all of the dimensions that she brings into play. And I was having some real difficult times with my spine and my neck. Once again, the pillar of who you are, and what holds us up from a physicality perspective. And I was trying to stretch it out after we were dancing and everything, and this beautiful masculine energy directed me to sit down, and he took his fingers and he started massaging up my spine, and I had so much release from the standpoint that I have never had such kindness from a stranger. I didn't know this man. From a stranger in such a honorable masculine energy bring within my being, and the tears just flowed, and it was such a release. And so you had it at our retreat at the cacao ceremony, and I had it 2 days later at a cacao ceremony that was in this beautiful resort right on the waters of magical Backwater.
Yeah, amazing. We're so excited.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we're going to be doing more interviews with the beautiful women that came down, so watch the space for that. And then we're going to be bringing on guests and also sharing practices and just opening up this space for everything Sacred Feminine Rising, and just in collaboration and celebration of womanhood, and how we can walk this path and share it with you guys, and also enable you to step into your sacred feminine and share your unique sacred feminine powers. I think that's really, really important for me.
Absolutely. And in the dance with the divine masculine, it's very important that we dance with the divine masculine, rather than have these roadblocks that end up taking place, and then they can truly go within and understand what it is that their journey is within this dance. And like Sam was mentioning earlier, guiding them. We are the guides to bring them into the virtues of the divine feminine, and to truly recognize what it is like to honor a woman within her sacred feminine virtues. They're confused too, because there was this pitting against the man and the woman throughout all this feminineness movement. And this is a movement to bring us together, so we can have these collaborations within that beautiful energy of the masculine. I mean, I love the energy of the masculine. The energy of the masculine is just like, oh my goodness, when this man, the other night was moving my energy, and it was so blocked. And I feel it was because there was so much masculine energy, and I had been in such a feminine energy state. And then I was in this masculine energy environment with the divine feminine. And I feel that it was rising up within me, and I just had such blocks, and he opened up the blocks. Beautiful. And it was like, I just said to him afterwards, that was like one of the most kindest things that I've ever had happen to me, in such a profound way, that was such a release from a stranger. And we're not strangers, because we're all dancing the dance of magnetism. So we ended up uniting within an energetic field, that he ended up bringing this beautiful gift to the forefront of his masculine energy, and it helped me in such a profound way. And this is what we're going to be talking about, so that then we can grasp, and we can say, hey, this is so beautiful. I'm not going to be angry at the masculine. It's not their fault. However, it's their responsibility, if they so choose to decide to dance with the feminine, rather than suppress and ridicule and traumatize and sexualize. I mean, we're not put on this planet to be sexualized. We're put on this planet to honor a sensuality associated with the dance that we can create, first and foremost for ourselves, and then honor that dance as we move forward. Yeah, and what a dance it can be. It's just fantastic. Oh, yeah. Yes. So come dance with us. Come dance with us. I love how you say dance and I'm dance. Well, yeah, I'll dance and I'll dance. Yeah. So come and dance, come and dance, and just have fun with us as well. Like, this is, we're not polished. We're not trying to be, and like we were talking about within this retreat, we had our own experiences, and we shared them really openly,
which for me builds trust with the women that come, and we're just open to growth and learning and exploring this amazing journey. And if you want to come and explore it with us, come to a retreat. We're going to be doing some really amazing online courses as well. And yeah, we're going to talk more about our retreats going forward. We've got a few lined up, and the dates will be being released very soon.
Absolutely. So join us at our podcast.
Yeah.
And you can always check out the my divinehealing.health, which will have all the courses
Yes.
listed there, and keep playing.